I just recently found out from A Voice for Men, an article at avoiceformen.com by Diana Davidson about the latest BS from Maureen Dowd. According to Diana Davidson at A Voice for Men, she recently came out with another article. The title of her article at the Globe and Mail, I think that's a Canadian newspaper. Online you can get this. Men have not only stopped evolving, they're devolving. Okay, well, Diana Davidson's article pointed out that she had basically written this like 8 years ago in another article about Are Men Necessary? And the point of Diana's article at A Voice for Men was that she has been plagiarizing herself. She really is just regurgitating the same old lines and phrases and points. And you could see that pretty much spelled out at A Voice for Men. Her article at A Voice for Men, Diana Davidson, the article on Maureen Dowd. But I really don't care if she's plagiarizing herself or anything. She really is a hater, this Maureen Dowd. I just want to criticize her content, if you could call it content. This woman is a hater. She's a bigoted towards men. She tries to make the point that men are not needed or not necessary, and now they're devolving. Well, ma'am, this morning there was a train derailment in New York City. Okay, 7 cars derailed. And of course, all the emergency workers go there and try to save people. 4 people died, as far as we know, and 11 people critically injured. And I was looking at all the hundreds of workers there, going to save people, help people, clean up the mess, get our railways going again. I'm willing to bet that probably 95% of those workers were men. So right off the bat, Maureen Dowd, you're wrong. I mean, would you say that those helpers and rescuers and firefighters and emergency personnel are not needed? Because I don't know what civilization you live in, ma'am, but in our civilization, we need people to help each other, save lives, protect people, stop fires. And that so happens to be mostly men right now, ma'am. Who puts out the fires in your home? Maureen Dowd. Who protects your streets? Maureen Dowd. Go take a look. Who picks up your garbage? Maureen Dowd. You're plainly wrong. I didn't even read your article, ma'am. Because I would say, ma'am, if you refuse to use men and try to stand by your principles saying men are not needed, right now you'd be wallowing in a sea of garbage. Your car would not be fixed. You wouldn't even have a car, ma'am. Who invented the car? Maureen Dowd. Well, she's irrelevant. She's a fucktard. First time I ever used that word, but I figured it just came to mind, actually. So the problem is that, you're worse than a bigot, Maureen Dowd, because bigots, the usual use of the word bigot would be a prejudice against a race. Okay, that's bad enough. I mean, for condemning a whole race. But if you did condemn a whole race, at least you're not condemning all of civilization, because there are still men and women that are not of that race that you're leaving alone. But Maureen Dowd, when you say that men are not necessary, I mean, that's humankind. How would humans even procreate anymore? I mean, do you hate humankind that much? Because you know why this is worse than bigotry? You know, hating men and saying they're not necessary? Because these men you hate so much are black and white, Chinese, Asian, Hispanic. So pretty much you're bigoted to all the races in the world, Maureen Dowd. How do you feel about that? Well, I hope you have a reason for it, you know, because you're just a brilliant woman. You know more than most of us, so tell us why you're bigoted towards all the races in the world, just the males, but still, those are different races, and I don't know what they ever did to you, Maureen. I'm just going to read a couple of comments. There's 93 comments, and I'm sure almost all of them are not agreeing with Maureen Dowd, greatest bigot on earth. I am certain that one could find an equal number of women in prominent positions in the Western world who have displayed equally disdainful behavior. Yeah, you think so? Let's see. Whoa, did the Globe and Mail seriously just publish this complete pile of misandric nonsense? I have just lost a huge amount of respect for the Globe and Mail. They should be ashamed of themselves for putting this kind of article in their newspaper. No kidding. The Globe is pandering to, I repeat, hate speech for no other reason than to provoke readers. Well, it's provoking me. It's provoking good stuff. It's funny. The hate speech, the hate and the hateful people, the haters of the world like Maureen Dowd, I wish they would keep speaking their minds, because we're on to you. We're on to you, and we're going to get rid of you. Here's another comment. How offensive is this? She might have well have said we can do without blacks or Catholics or Jews. Here's another one. Jay from Canada. She's the feminist version of the KKK. Here's one final comment. Laugh out loud. I guess there really is such a thing as a female chauvinist pig. The very real problem right now is that socially acceptable and sometimes lauded to produce such utter trash. I can't believe any true feminist really thinks in such terms, do they? Just read. I wonder what the public condemnation would be if the writer had switched the genders. Just who are the oppressors and who are the victims? I honestly don't know anymore. Here's a final comment from Atlas is Shrugging. You have to admit, Dowd's article is clearly the siren call of the last gasp of air from the feminist movement. Let it lie, fetal and shaking spasmodically in the corner, drool hanging from her wrinkled, lonely lips. Good stuff. If you're wondering what shirt I'm wearing, this is in support of a movie called Support System Down. I bought the movie. Actually, a lot of men's rights activists and fathers' rights advocates are in the movie. It's called, as I said, Support System Down. Check out the back. Pretty cool, right? Huh? I had it signed. When I put it on just now, I noticed that it was signed, I think, by the producer, Angelo something or other. And Harry Crouch is in the movie. So please, go and get it. Supportthemovie.org, I believe, is it? Supportthemovie.com. Harry Crouch is in the movie. I've got a few pretty cool t-shirts over the years, and I think I'm going to be wearing them on my videos. I have, my latest one is Feminism is Patriarchy in Lipstick. Just got that from the AVFM store. I have an old one from National Center for Men. I got to get an NCFM one. That's what I got.